As you saw by the title of the video, today I'm going to be making a whole lot of cookies to make cookie boxes for my friends. I absolutely love baking things for people. It's my favorite thing to do because when they taste it and say it tastes so good and that's the best cookie they've ever had, it makes me feel so happy. But anyways, today's video is a little bit different than what I usually post, which are recipe videos. I thought it would be like a cute day in the life / bake with me videos where I could introduce myself a little bit more because we are almost hitting 9,000 subscribers, and that actually feels so surreal to me because I never thought I could actually do this or come this far. I thought 1,000 or 2,000 was so much, but I cannot wait to hit 10,000 subscribers. I am so excited. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed or even tried one of my recipes. It means so much to me. What I'm making now is the brown butter cookie dough. This is my favorite cookie recipe of all time, and the detailed recipe is available on my website, thefoodflamingo.com. I will leave a link to all of the recipes in the description box below, and I also have detailed video recipes on my channel. So the best thing about this cookie is that the butter is brown. It creates such an intense caramel flavor in the cookie, just elevating it from a regular chocolate chip cookie to a really good chocolate chip cookie. I made the cookie dough and then I used a cookie scoop to scoop it out and portion the dough, and then what I did was pop that into the refrigerator before I started working on the next cookie dough. Next, I'm starting the coffee cookie dough. This is for the tiramisu cookies, and this recipe is also available on my website. So what I did was, instead of using softened butter, I melted it like partially. This makes it so much easier to mix using a spatula because I did not feel like getting an electric mixer out right now. So that made it super easy. And then what I did was add in the dry ingredients, and one mistake that I made, which is not really a mistake because the cookies did turn out amazing, but I didn't do this in my original recipe and I wouldn't do it again, which is I forgot to grind my instant coffee granules, because usually I use instant coffee powder and this one was coffee granules, and I added that as is, and I only realized after I was like, why isn't this usually brown like how my coffee cookies usually look? Then I realized that I didn't grind the coffee granules, but it's okay because once it baked, it really dissolved into the cookie and tasted really coffee-y, if that's a word. Anyways, after I scooped and chilled those as well along with the brown butter chocolate chip cookie dough balls, I started making the double chocolate chip cookie dough. This is for the French silk pie cookies. Now this recipe, I have not shared this recipe before. This was actually something I was trying for the first time myself, and I will definitely make a recipe video for this very soon because the cookies turned out so delicious. But this is my go-to double chocolate chip cookie recipe. I've used this in my Black Forest cookies, in my double chocolate pistachio cookies. I've used it so many times. So yes, the recipe for the base cookie is available on my website. After that, I chilled these as well, and then I started on the chocolate pudding. This is for the filling of the French silk pie cookies. Now, if you don't know, French silk pie is like a pie that's made with a cookie or a chocolate cookie crust, and it's filled with a very chocolatey mousse, and it's topped with like a whole hump of whipped cream frosting and chocolate shavings. So this is for the center, which is kind of like a mousse. What I did was I made this store-bought chocolate pudding. You just mix it with milk and then cook it until it's thickened, and then I put that into the refrigerator to cool completely. In the meantime, I also made some chocolate whipped cream. This was also from the grocery store where you put some powder and whip it up, but you could also use like a regular heavy cream and some cocoa powder to do this. I also put that into the refrigerator, and then I started on the shortbread cookie dough. Shortbread cookies are one of my favorite cookies to make. They're so simple, but they taste so good. The buttery taste just melts in your mouth and it is so good. I started off by weighing my butter, and into that I added some granulated sugar and beat that until it was nice and creamy. I guess I finally had to take out that hand mixer. I guess I finally had to take out that hand mixer, which I was trying to avoid the entire day. I don't know why, but let me know in the comments if it's like that for you as well. I don't know, I just don't like using any type of mixer when I'm baking. After I got it nice and crumbly, I kneaded the dough together by hand, and then what you're going to do is that this dough does not need chilling right now. We're going to roll it out and then cut out the shortbread cookies. You can cut these out in any type of shape you like. I usually use cookie cutters, but today I wanted to give it that classic shortbread look, so I rolled it out into a big rectangle and then cut the rectangle up into little rectangles and poked holes in them to make that classic shortbread shape. Now, while I'm making this, let's finally introduce myself a little bit. My name is Sara, and I have been making videos for around 2.5 years now. I know it's a long time, and I only started growing just recently after my video recipe for the Nutella chocolate cake went viral. Well, kind of viral. I guess for me it's viral, but it crossed like almost 200,000 views, so I was really excited because this is something I wanted to do for so long. And I am 22 years old, and I actually do this as like a part-time thing, obviously. Everything I do is self-taught, but I do in the future hope and dream to go to pastry school one day. But I absolutely love baking, and it's something I really enjoy doing. Even when I'm feeling down, if I start baking, I will literally forget everything. Oh yeah, and one thing that I suck at is cake decorating, but recently I started a little small business selling my baked goods for fun on the side, and I think because of that I'm getting a little bit better at cake decorating because a lot of people just want some cute decorated cakes for their kids and family, of course. Okay, now let's get back to what I'm doing. As you can see, I have baked the brown butter chocolate chip cookies, the coffee cookies as well. And when the coffee cookies come out of the oven, I did flatten it with a glass, and that's because I need space for the frosting to go on top. After that, I put the double chocolate chip cookies in the oven and then came back to finish the filling. The pudding is fully cold, and what I'm gonna do is pour all of this chocolate pudding into the chocolate whipped cream. This is kind of like my quick chocolate mousse. Obviously, this isn't the authentic way to make a chocolate mousse, but it was so simple and easy. That's why I wanted to do this because, as you can see, it's already dark out right now. For some reason, that took me the entire day to make these cookies. I think it's because of recording. Everything just takes like double the amount of time. And once the double chocolate chip cookies came out of the oven, I used a tablespoon to press indents in the center, and this is going to be for the filling later on. I let those cool down completely, and then I also made some whipped cream frosting for the tiramisu cookies, and I also put that into the refrigerator for tomorrow because I'm going to be frosting and making the boxes and assembling the cookies tomorrow. And finally, at the end of the day, I baked the shortbread cookies, which take longer than any of the cookies to bake because they do bake at a lower temperature, and they also taste the best. The cookies are finally all done, and it's dark outside, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow to finish these up. It's finally the next day, and now I'm going to finish these cookies by adding on the frostings and fillings. We're going to start off with the tiramisu cookies. These are topped with just plain whipped cream frosting with a little bit of cream cheese mixed into it. I just swirled it around like this using a regular round tip, but you could also just smother the frosting on using the back of a spoon. Then I'm going to fill the double chocolate chip cookies with the mousse that I made yesterday. Do let me know in the comments down below what your favorite type of cookie is. Mine is definitely just the classic brown butter chocolate chip cookie. Nothing gets better than that. Then I piped a little dollop of whipped cream on top of the pudding or the mousse just to mimic that humongous dollop of whipped cream on a French silk pie. Looking back, I feel like I should have made these a little bit bigger or fatter, but they're still pretty cute. Then finally, I topped it off with a sprinkle of chocolate shavings. Then for the tiramisu cookies, to make them actually look like tiramisu, I dusted the top with lots of cocoa powder. And here they are, all the cookies are finally ready. They look so delicious and they actually tasted amazing. This is a brown butter chocolate chip cookie. This is the French silk pie cookies that turned out so good. So do look forward for the recipe because I will be uploading it very soon once I get time. These are the tiramisu cookies, and finally the classic shortbread cookies. Now let's make the cookie boxes. I found these adorable little boxes, and I'm going to place a piece of parchment paper on the bottom, and then I put 2 of each cookie and like 6 of the shortbread cookies. Then I felt like it was a little bit empty, so I added another brown butter chocolate chip cookie. And that's it, they're done. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.